Okay, so can somebody, can you start taking around the book of names? Have a few people. Okay, one more minute. So I guess Harvey isn't coming anymore on Sundays.
California.
Oh, he is.
They're at a conference.
Oh, I see.
You can move this closer to you if you would like.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
It's fine there. It's good enough. Thank you. Okay. Okay, it's time to start. Oh, okay, they can hear me? Oh, good morning, everyone. I'm Janet Montes Diaz. I'll be leading Sunday meditation today. We're passing around a book of names, and if you're at a distance, you can enter the names of people you'd like to dedicate the practice to today through the chat, and we will read it at the end of our practice. So I believe most of you know me. I've been coming to Don Mountain for about 18 years, and I've been doing this for a few years, leading the Sunday meditation. So what are we going to do today? We're going to do a practice that was given to us by one of our guiding teachers, and part of the practice, at least, is given to us by one of our guiding teachers, Atsun Pedro Rinpoche, which is a very well-known Tibetan Dzogchen master in Tibet himself. He travels around Tibet and China giving teachings, and he is one of Ann and Harvey's teachers, and many of us here have been in his presence and have received teachings from him. And we always start off with our aspiration, our opening aspirations. Then we'll do a 20-minute practice. We'll read a chapter from the book, Comfortable with Uncertainty, which is this book by Chimamanda. And then we will read, we'll have a short talk, and then we'll do the closing meditation, read the book of names, and close with a dedication. So let us start with the aspirations. And this is on the sheet that has the group practice prayers, aspirations of four boundless thoughts. May all beings always have happiness and its causes. May all beings always be free of pain and its causes. May all beings always be pain-free and live happily. May no beings ever cling to those near nor spurn those far. For as long as space abides, as long as the world remains, just so long may I be there, resolving all beings' pain. So let us do our practice. And first of all, just take a moment to think about the purpose of this practice. We're practicing to aspire to benefit not just ourselves, but others. Everything we do in Tibetan Buddhism is always thinking of others. So that's why we do our aspirations. We say, may all beings always be free of pain. And this causes, that's why everything we do, all the benefits that we receive, we do it for the benefit of others. We also do it to let go of what's holding us back. And we also do it because we want to develop our attention and develop being at ease. So this is what we hope to do this morning. And one of the ways we do this as we start out is by noticing our 3 pillars. So what are the 3 pillars? You have to feel the contact of your seat on the cushion or the chair, wherever you are. And feel that contact is coming from the very center of the earth. Feel that you are supported. And in this support, you can relax. You can be at ease, knowing that the earth itself is giving you that support. Now, you will feel the support of your skeletal structure, whether you're on a cushion or on the chair. We always try to keep our spine straight in a relaxed way, just having it have the natural S-curve. And we want to feel that our shoulder blades are supporting us. And we can feel at ease, knowing that all the muscles in our body are being supported by our skeletal structure. So we can have our muscles at ease. It's good to also have your mouth slightly open, just to relax all these muscles that are on the neck and on your face. And this gives us more relaxation. And the other support that may not be visible to us is what we call the central channel. And central channel is going through us, starting from an energy center that we have 3 finger widths below the navel, 3 finger width deep. We have what Tibetans call the do, which is an energy center in the belly. And this energy center sends energy up through the central channel to the very top of our head. So try to kind of visualize that a minute. So just for a minute or two, let's notice those 3 pillars. As we do this, we also, in our lineage, we like to meditate with our eyes slightly open. Just have a slight gaze in front of you. If you find this too distracting, it's okay to close your eyes, but you can try once in a while. And one of the reasons why we have our eyes slightly open is just to develop our mindfulness, develop our attention, because we want to be attentive not only when we're on the cushion, but also throughout our daily lives. So one way to develop mindfulness is just to have your eyes slightly open. And now we're going to pay attention to our breath. And we're going to notice how our breath goes through our nasal cavities, down, down. And we can kind of visualize it going down to the abdo. It's a way to always be attentive to that energy center. So pay attention to the breath as it goes up. Inhale. As we exhale, the breath is always with us, so it's a wonderful thing to have as the object of our attention. And as we do this, of course, we want to only have that as our object of our attention, but we're going to notice that thoughts are going to come. And each time that you notice that you have a thought, just gently let it go. When you notice that you're lost in thought, just tell yourself, thinking, go back to the breath. So we're going to observe our breath for a few minutes. And within a few minutes, we'll do the practice. Let us begin. So let us start with the Ah practice. The Hung practice, I'm sorry. Hung practice. Hung is a sacred syllable in Tibetan Buddhism and it represents the awakened mind. And we're going to chant Hung. Of course, it's not like our mind is going to become awakened, but it does help to kind of to quiet the mind a bit, to chant. So the object of our attention will be the sound, Hung. And as we sound that sound, we want to feel how it feels, the vibration of that sound through our body. So each person will chant Hung at their own rate, and just for a few minutes until I ring the bell. How do you feel right now? How does your mind feel? How does your body feel? Now go back to the breath. Observe the breath. Let the thoughts of the past and the future fade away. Just be in the present moment with the breath. Now let us chant home one more time. Now, observe how you feel. How does your mind feel? Go back to the breath. Observe the breath. Okay, so this practice that we did is a practice that you can do on your own. If you're new to meditation, it's good to start in short intervals. Maybe we do what's called mini sits that we just do sessions of 3 sessions of 2 minutes each. Or as it goes along, you can increase that time. But it's always good if you can do a daily practice, because this way you'll really gain the benefits of developing your attention, of being at ease, and developing mindfulness. So I'd like to mention one more time the Book of Names. We have a Book of Names that's going around. If you haven't had time yet to enter, please enter the names. If you're at a distance, enter it in the chat, and we will read the names at the end of our practice. So now I'm going to read a chapter from the book, Comfortable with Uncertainty, and we're on chapter 77. It's an interesting chapter. It's called Slogan, Abandon Any Hope of Fruition. Fruition implies that at some future time you will feel good. One of the most powerful Buddhist teachings is that as long as you are wishing for things to change, they never change. As long as you are wanting yourself to get better, you won't. As long as you are oriented towards the future, you can never just relax into what you already have or already are. One of the deepest habitual patterns that we have is the feeling that the present moment is not good enough. We frequently think back to the past, which maybe it was better then, or perhaps it was worse. We also think ahead quite a bit into the future, always holding out hope that it will be a little bit better than now. Even if things are going really well now, we usually don't give ourselves full credit for who we are in the present. For example, it's easy to hope that things will improve as a result of meditation. We won't have such a bad temper anymore, or we won't be afraid anymore, or people will like us more than they do now. Or perhaps we will fully connect with the awake, brilliant, sacred world that we hope to find. We use our practice to reinforce the implication that if we just do the right things, we begin to connect to the bigger world, a vaster world, a world different from the one we're in now. Instead of looking for fruition, we could just try to stay with our open heart and open mind. This is very much orientated to the present. By entering into this kind of unconditional relationship with ourselves, we can begin to connect with the awake quality that we already have. Right now, can you make an unconditional relationship with yourself? Just at the height you are, the weight you are, with the intelligence that you have and your current burden of pain. Can you enter into an unconditional relationship with that? So, to me, this seems like, can we continue the focus on the present moment when we're off the cushion, as when we're on the cushion. And it's really not easy to do, I suppose. We do have a lot of fears and a lot of, a lot of us feel at this moment that there is a lot of uncertainty, especially uncertainty in the future. But if we can just appreciate what we have and how far we've gone in whatever we're doing to better ourselves, it is a very liberating feeling. It liberates us from a lot of anxiety. So, do you have any thoughts about this? Okay, so we're going to continue. I'd like to if Emily could explain a little bit of, oh, is somebody?
It's me, it's Annie.
Yes,
Sorry.
Annie,
Hi,
yes.
thank you so much. I really enjoy these practices every Sunday. Um, the thing I struggle with, I think, is I understand like accepting unconditionally, but then where does the sort of drive to want to make something better come from? Let's say, I'm just going to use a random example, right? Like, let's say that I'm built a little heavier, right? And ideally I would want to be 20 pounds less and exercise a little more. And I mean, like, where's that balance of, okay, I have big bones, I'm bigger, my body creates high cholesterol. Do I unconditionally love that, accept that? Or do I sort of, at what point do I work towards achieving something that I perceive as better or something instead of just accepting everything? Like right now, I feel like the whole world is crashing down around me. So it's like, do I just accept that or do I try to do something about some of the parts? Sorry.
Yeah, that's a very good question because we do have to have a balance. I think what Pena Chodron is trying to emphasize is that a lot of times we get so caught up in what we want in the future that we forget that maybe, let's say you've been on a diet or changing your diet and maybe you have lost a few pounds. Well, appreciate that and learn to feel that that is of a benefit for you. And of course, you have to continue. I mean, it's not like, okay, I'm fine with the way I am right now. But I think it's just trying to keep that balance of how are you in this present moment, and don't create anxieties too much about you haven't gotten to your goal yet, or at least that's the way I see it. Does anyone else have any insights? Yes, Nancy?
Well, part of me, if I'm doing the weight thing, which I and everybody else does, is part of what's fine about me is that I recognize I would be better if I were a little bit lighter. And that can be the pain if I'm not doing it, but sometimes it's appreciation that I have in the present moment some drive, because I sometimes in the present moment don't have any drive. And that's less fun than the fact that I have I am in flux, and then I'm going to go one way or another. But it's lately with the world, I feel like we're all dancing on the deck of the Titanic. But then when have we ever not been? That's really all there is. Trump said that it's like at the present moment, it's like we've jumped out of an airplane without a parachute. But there's no ground, so it's okay. So
Okay.
kind of think there can be okay, does it have to be pain and tension? Can it not be this? The thrill of a roller coaster ride is the same thing as oh shit, all the time. And I sometimes pick which one. Most of the time I just go, oh shit. Anyway.
Yes, I like that. Emily?
I'll just share too, because this was a question that came up when I was in group therapy for self-critics. We all harshly criticized ourselves, and we were like, how do you improve when you're being told you're just supposed to love yourself? And the answer was like, you continue improving, but you remove the self-punishment and the self-flagellation from the equation, because the motivation, for example, to be healthier was stronger if you love yourself, if you find yourself valuable, then taking care of yourself will have the strong motivation. But when you try to motivate yourself and you're punishing yourself and you're thinking you're worthless, that's what neutralizes that motivation. So it was just like, there doesn't have to be the punishment for failure. If you're not making the progress, you accept that the progress wasn't happening and you have to keep working. And that didn't have to be some sort of bad characteristic you had, that you were labeling yourself as someone who isn't making progress because you're worthless or whatever.
Yes, thank you. Jason.
Hi. I think the line that really struck me in this chapter was about not giving ourselves credit for who we are in the present, and that we often have some image of who we are, some sort of character we've concocted, and another one for who we think we want to be. And it's our comparison of that gives us so much grief. But both characters are imaginary and not very helpful for us.
Thank you. Yes, I think it is, it's hard to, kind of balance it off, I suppose. But I think in being in the present moment, a lot of times you have to realize the credit that you deserve for yourselves in what you're doing, and what you have done, and what you've accomplished, and and also, like Nancy said, hey, there's uncertainty everywhere, but you know that you, how do you say, that your existence is firm and valuable, and even if you're dropping off without a parachute. Also, so I guess, it's things that we just have to be aware of. And when we are in the present moment, it is much, valuable to not think about, oh, well, in the past I was this way, you know, just accept the present moment and accept whatever value you think you have in that present moment. Okay, I'd like Emily to tell us a few of the upcoming events, if you can.
I would love to,
Okay.
when I remember them in just a second. So,
Well, sustaining the
have-
radiance. Remember
yes,
that.
okay, so next Sunday, December 1st, will be our first Sunday. We'll have our first Sunday teaching, meditation, and then for those of you who are here in person, we'll have free lunch and a mini holiday market. We have a lot of malas for sale, some drums and bells, and some other goodies. The following Tuesday is going to be the last session of this Teaching Tuesday series. We have a new series we're announcing very soon that I'm really excited about. Then Saturday, December 7th, we have our Sustaining the Radiance event. This is a fun celebratory event. It's also a fundraising event for us. And we have some socialization time built into that. If you are here in Houston, we're going to offer free food. We're catering ninfas. It's excellent food. They're the people who introduced fajitas to the United States. So please join us. Tuesday, it's either the 16th or the 17th of December. We're going to have a potluck and social gathering here in lieu of Teaching Tuesdays. Then we have some retreats coming up in March that are on our calendar.
Okay, well, thank you. So it sounds like really nice events, especially before Christmas time, and it will help us get into the season. Okay. So now we're going to do our closing session, and we'll go back to just feeling your 3 pillars. Feel your seat on the cushion, on the chair, the support of the earth from the very center of the earth. Now you can be at ease. Feel your skeletal structure, giving all the support you need to your body. So now all the muscles in your body will be at ease. Feel the central channel. Visualize that central channel coming from the center of energy in your belly up to the top of your head. Now, notice our breath and visualize that as we inhale, the breath is going down to the energy center in our belly. And as we exhale, we visualize it going up. And you can even visualizing going up, that energy going to the top of your head. We'll do this for a few minutes. Now let us chant home. Go back to the breath. Inhale, exhale. So, we're going to do the Book of Names now. So today, all the good merit that we've accumulated by doing this practice, we dedicate to the following people: Geth Gardner in the Bardo, Beatriz Arispe, Sylvia, Rolando, Nathaniel, Emma, Noah, Leah or Lee, Penny, Sandy, Mike, Josh, Catherine, Thomas, Kathleen, Thomas, Alice, David, Bishop, Bruce, Alex Kang, Buzz Sprinklemeyer in the Bardo, Lou Brighton in the Bardo, Rex Maruka in the Bardo, Lynn Pickerton in the Bardo, Jay, Max, Kathy's mother, Annie, and Jack Rubine. So let us do our closing prayers, our share the merit. Oh, yes. By this good may I swiftly once become a great guru, lead all beings, everyone, to reach to that very ground. And the blessing. With all of you in mind, we light this lamp of clarity. May the glow of love, wisdom shine within us, everyone, till we all rise forth born in one enlightened mandala. So we're going to do what we call our ah practice, and this is, we don't have much time, so we'll just do one ah. So we're going to visualize an orb of light at our chest that is white. This orb contains all the good qualities we've gathered today, all the merit, all the blessings that we have. And we want to share these blessings with all sentient beings. We want to share it with everyone here, everyone on the planet, and everyone in the universe, wherever there is living beings. Let us chant Ah. Ah. So I'd like to thank all of you for being here today. I hope to see you again sometime. And just thank you.
Thank you, Janet.
Thank you.
Thank you, Janet.
Thanks.
You.